Okay, I've got a couple major updates on the S-Video Top Loader. I worked with the clock divider circuit that Draken and Tito had posted, and I could not get it to work, so I actually posted on NES-Dev asking for help, and someone posted a similar circuit using one chip, 74HC175, and I have tested it, and I'm actually getting composite video out of it. I need some kind of capture device because it looks like there's a lot of interference on it, but that just might be because I've put the circuit together on this solderless breadboard, and all these wires running all over the place, all the interference might be causing that. So I also have put the circuit board together for the circuit using an actual oscillator, and I'm hoping to test that and possibly see a difference in the video. So we'll put it together and see what I can come up with. So this is the first time really hooking up S-Video, and I'm still using the 175 clock divider circuit with this and all these massive amounts of wires, so I think interference is a problem. But I have S-Video coming out and going to a Super Nintendo S-Video cord into my little LCD, and I still have composite going into the PVM. Jail bar is not super noticeable on composite. Kind of see a rolling bar of interference right there, and I definitely see it on the LCD, but the jail bars are much more noticeable. Right there's the interference bar moving down. Here comes another one. And this is a very common problem with the RGB chips, is those jail bars. But it doesn't look like the CXA 2075M is completely getting rid of them right now. So let's hook up the circuit board, and we'll get rid of some of that interference. Okay, we have the board plugged in, and I just have composite luma and composite, or chroma luma and composite, just kind of plugged into the output vias there, going into the same cords. Composite jail bars are even less noticeable, but there just seems to be a pattern of diagonal bars, and every once in a while I do see a little bit of an interference bar running down. On the LCD I still see the interference bar running down, the same diagonal black bars, but really there's zero jail bars. This is a different RGB chip, by the way. Same model number. It's still this one's an RC. That one was an RP actually. So they're both B. So I don't know about that. There's definitely a lot less noticeable jail bars, but these diagonal bars, and they do appear to be moving also. Yeah, and that interference band right there, that's super annoying. And I don't think soldering up the connectors and all that would even really get rid of that either. I mean, I know there's going to be some interference on this board, but not to that extent, I wouldn't think. Well, the only thing I could think to do now would be to actually put the clock divider 175 onto a prototype circuit board. You know what we could do? We could swap in a different RGB PPU just to see if there's any difference. I've got a couple more left. Okay, so I've got a couple. Let's see, there's one RC there, so that's the same as RC's there, and I've got the rest of them are RP, but they all do have a B at the end. So yeah, I'm going to swap that out with an RP and see if there's any difference. Okay, RP is in. Yeah, maybe slightly more noticeable jail bars there, but they're not visible at all up here. Still the same diagonal black moving bars. Yeah, still got the same band of interference running down the screen. Just not completely impressed for S-Video. That's the camera, that's not the TV. Okay, well, that's what we got so far. Let's keep moving. Well, I disconnected the composite output to the PVM. I actually got quite a bit improved picture on the LCD. There's still the band of interference moving down, but it just seems less pronounced, and the diagonal black lines are still there and moving, just less pronounced again. So I'm going to hook up the clock divider circuit in the same manner and see if it looks any better. Okay, I'm hooked back up with S-Video out of the clock divider circuit, and the jail bars are definitely back. Big time. And I don't think it's as good as quality picture. But again, I can't be certain that it's not just all that mess of wires messing with it. There's definitely a band of interference still there. Yeah, very pronounced right there. Ugh, the jail bars are just awful. You know what I don't see? I don't think I see those diagonal black bars anymore. And that really makes me want to put the 175 on a circuit board and test it against this board, because I mean, this has got a giant ground plane top and bottom of the board, so you've got that interference block between the RGB chip and the motherboard. Might be something to consider here. In that respect, it is a better picture, just getting rid of those black bars moving diagonally across the screen. But yeah, the jail bars, terrible. Very terrible. I mean, I don't even have to get the capture device out to even see those. Clearly obvious. Interesting. I'm going to hook the composite back up and see if it makes any difference. Okay, now we've got both again. And on the PVM, it's kind of hard to say. It's almost like there is a diagonal black line moving across the screen. And I don't really see jail bars. It could be they're just hidden. It's definitely not as sharp an image. Still got that band of interference moving down there, which, you know what, I'm running this off of a shitty power supply. Let's change that out real quick and see what happens. Okay, now I'm back on an original AC adapter. This one always gets me. I always just kind of grab whatever I've got plugged in, and I do believe that moving band of interference is now gone. I haven't seen it show up yet. I wonder if it had anything to do with the no, I still kind of see the moving diagonal black bars here. Yeah, I do believe the interference is gone. Another tip to watch out for is those shitty little Chinese switching AC adapters. That really does make me want to put the 175 circuit on a PCB to see if we can get rid of those jail bars though. You know what else though? No, well, no. By the looks of it, I do not have the 68 picofarad cap on that board. But it is on this board. So I should try to add that real quick just to see if it makes any difference. Okay, the cap is added to the bottom here. That wire is just a repair of this. Might have been one of those that the trace was scratched when pin 21 was lifted or something like that. Not real sure, so I'll put this back together real quick and see what happens. Okay, the pin 20 to 24 cap is in. To me it looks pretty well the same. Jail bars are still there, definitely. I mean, don't even seem any less pronounced or anything. I'd say it pretty well looks about the same. Sometimes that cap helps, sometimes it doesn't. Let's say in this case it hasn't done anything. Oh well, it's worth a shot. So I'm going to talk to the customer and see if he wants to wait another 3 to 4 weeks to get that circuit put on this board. Now I believe he has a capture device, so maybe we'll send him his top loader with that board in it for testing, and then we can swap it out later. It's an idea.